Hello everybody and welcome back to Higher Learning Test Prep's online video tutorial series. Today we're going to start taking a look at the redesigned SAT, which will start in March of 2016. We want to look at what is different and what is the same about the test. So today in the reading section we're looking at questions 13 and 14 from the first practice test that the College Board has released. Now, question 13 looks pretty much the same as what we're used to. The authors indicate that people value gift giving because they feel it. It's a very normal SAT question. We've been seeing questions like this for years. Question 14, however, is new. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? In other words, back it up. Back up your answer to 13 with some evidence. Well, we've been approaching the SAT this way for years. We've been telling our students, whenever you come up with an answer for a reading question, you need to be able to back up that answer. So essentially we're doing the same thing as we've always done. The SAT has actually given us a chance to get some points for our hard work on number 13. We're getting another question right with number 14. The best way to approach this is going to be slightly different than the way normal students approach things. Normally students will just do number 13 and then they'll do number 14. But what we're going to ask you to do is whenever you start to do a question, look at the next one and see if it's one of these ones that asks you to prove the previous one. If it is, these are actually one question. These two questions are actually one question combined. We want to be careful on it, but it's also an opportunity to get a 2-for-1 kind of situation. So let's read the question, which says, the authors indicate that people value gift giving because they feel it. And then let's go to these line numbers, 10 through 13, 22 to 23, 31, 32, 44, 47. And we're going to ask ourselves, do these lines prove that people value gift giving, and do they explain why? Okay, so 10 through 13 says, many relish the opportunity to buy presents because gift giving offers a powerful means to build stronger bonds with one's closest peers. Okay, relish the opportunity is a rewording of the idea of valuing gift giving. Relish the opportunity to buy presents is valuing gift giving. And they give a reason, because it offers a powerful means to build stronger bonds with one's closest peers. Now, if you're not totally convinced by that, then let's go down to the other ones, 22, 23. We re-ask ourselves, does this line talk about valuing gift giving? It says people buy gifts that recipients would not choose to buy on their own. No, so that's not about the people, the purchasers valuing it. It's about the relationship between those buying the gift and those receiving it, and how there's a disproportionate value associated there. Okay, C says 31 and 32. So again, re-ask yourself, is lines 31 and 32 explaining why people value giving gifts? Research has found that people often struggle to take account of others' perspectives. Their insights are subject to egocentrism, social projection, and multiple attribution errors. So again, this does not talk about why people value the idea of giving gifts. And the last set we've been asked to go to is 44, 47. Does this explain why people value giving gifts? Although a link between gift price and feelings of appreciation might seem intuitive to gift givers, such an assumption may be unfounded. So essentially, this is not talking about why people value giving gifts. This is saying that the gift givers, the purchasers, feel that there's an intuitive link between the cost and the appreciation, but that's not necessarily true. So we actually should have been convinced from the beginning, but just in case we weren't, we went through all the rest. This part right here certainly talks about many relish the opportunity to buy presents. That's value gift giving, because gift giving is a powerful means to build stronger bonds with your closest peers. We always say put this in your own words. So people value gift giving, in my own words, because it helps them build a stronger relationship with others. So let's find an answer that says that. Answer choice D says can serve to strengthen a relationship, and of course we know that 14 is now A. So what may seem anxiety inducing at first is actually a pretty easy set of questions. It's an opportunity for us to use the correct method to answer number 13. Requires us to find evidence anyways. So in this case, we were able to find our evidence and get points for finding our evidence. So never fear, this is actually a much more reasonable set of questions than we may have been used to on the old SAT. Now, if this graph is looking crazy to you and is giving you anxiety, stay tuned for our next video, which will explain why you shouldn't be scared of graphs in the reading section. It's actually a welcomed kind of question, because this is something that we know if we're careful, we're going to get it right. Okay, everybody, take care and stay tuned for our next video as we focus on other questions in the reading section that may be slightly different than what you're used to. I promise none of this is a big deal. You're going to do great on the test if you study, and if you need any extra help, give us a call, send us an email, get in touch on Facebook or on Twitter. Do what you will, but we wish you the best of luck on the SAT and in all your academic endeavors. Take care.